Olá, meus queridos e minhas queridas, como vocês estão? Tudo tranquilo com vocês? Bem-vindos a mais um episódio de GreedFall, pessoal. Esse é um game que eu já trouxe no canal há um tempo atrás, pessoal, e eu resolvi que eu vou trazer uma série pra vocês, beleza? Então vamos começar aqui, mais um game no canal. Estou bastante animado para conhecer a história desse game. Eu joguei só um pouquinho assim no começo, depois parei. Então vamos lá, começar aqui, pessoal, mais um game. Vamos ver a dificuldade. Ó, temos dificuldade normal, tem a difícil, extremo e descoberta, né? E fácil. Bom, vou jogar na dificuldade normal, beleza, pessoal? Então vamos lá. Uma coisa que eu acho bem legal nesse game é a roupa dos personagens. Me lembra muito os Minutemen do Fala 4. Aquela roupa meio estilo pirata, assim, tal. Chapéuzinho, né? Carregando. E vamos conhecer aí o jogo. Na verdade, vocês já conhecem o jogo, porque eu já trouxe pra vocês, né? Há um tempo atrás. Só que agora a gente começa a nossa série de GreedFall.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Bom, e aqui, pessoal, a gente cria o nosso personagem. O nome dele é Sardet. Sardet. Não sei esse nome, como é que se pronuncia, Sardet. E dá pra fazer um personagem masculino e um feminino, né? Vou fazer um masculino aqui, ó. Ó, o cabelo. Alguns tipos de cabelo, né? Cor da pele. Não dá pra você personalizar ele muito assim, né? Pelo que dá pra ver. É uma personalização rápida do personagem aí. E ele tem essas marcas aí no queixo dele, né? Tipo uma espécie de coisa corrompida. Pelo que eu entendi do game, ele se passa na Europa, alguma coisa assim, e parece que eles estão sofrendo de uma doença, né, cara? Que vai fazendo com que a pele das pessoas vá criando essas marcas aí. Bom, cor do cabelo. Esse cabelo é legal, hein? Eu gosto de cabelo assim. Bom, vou terminar de fazer o meu personagem aqui e eu já volto com vocês. Com o nosso personagem pronto, pessoal, aqui, ó. Agora a gente vai colocar os atributos dele, né? E a classe, tem 3 classes. Ó, tem a classe guerreira, ó. Voltada para combate corpo a corpo. Técnico, voltado para controle de campo de batalha. Interessante. Eu geralmente escolho a classe guerreira nos jogos. Sou bastante guerreiro nos jogos assim. E a magia, ó, voltada para o uso de feitiços ofensivos à distância. Interessante, hein? Talvez seja bom um mago, um tipo mago. Guerreiro, eu acho que ele usa espada de 2 mãos, né? Acho que técnico. Ele usa uma arma numa mão. Monta armadilha elemental e arma de fogo. Interessante. Uma arma de fogo, uma espada e monta armadilha. Uma classe interessante. Bom, e aqui nós temos atributo força. Muito poder, tal. Força Força eu acho que é bastante voltada para o guerreiro, talvez, né? Tolerância. Equilíbrio máximo. PV e equilíbrio máximo. Precisão nível 1. De todas as armas. Oh, isso é bom, hein? Aumenta o poder de todas as armas. Isso é bom. Ainda mais para nossa classe, né? Que usa uma arma. Poder mental. Agilidade. Só tem um ponto? É, pelo jeito a gente só tem um ponto. É. Bom, a gente colocou em precisão nível 1. Que é voltado para arma de fogo, né? Que a gente vai usar bastante a arma de fogo. É, não dá mais pra equipar nada, ó. Só um pontinho, cara. Caramba, hein? Geralmente é uns 3, 5 pontos, né, nos jogos. Bom, aqui nós temos carisma nível 1. Interessante, né? A gente pode convencer as pessoas, ó. Mercadores, aumenta, tal. Persuasão, né? Eu gosto bastante do carisma nos jogos, assim, que facilita muito a vida da gente. Principalmente quando a gente vai enfrentar algum perigo, né? Gasou nível 1. Também é bom, pra gente conseguir abrir locais que estão fechados. Criação. Você cria melhorias de armas e armaduras básicas. Interessante. Só é um ponto também, hein? Vigor. O vigor acho que agora não é necessário, né? Atravessa umas passagens difíceis. O que será isso? Vou no carisma, pessoal. Maravilha. E a gente finalizou nosso personagem aqui.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular... That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
E começamos aqui, pessoal. Olha a roupa dos caras aqui, ó. Vai dizer que isso não parece os Minutemen do Fallout 4. Muito parecido, né? Ó. Meio pirata também a roupa deles, né? Bom, a missão aqui embaixo. A nossa arma aí, ó. Cara, ele limpando o chão ali. Essa arma é um florete, né? Que chama florete. É uma espécie de adaga, né?
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their
Eita.
most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Ha! Kurt! I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Vambora. Tentar o Kurt. ataque 3 vezes. Nosso personagem é rápido, né? Ó. Tomou uma poção de cura, o Kurt. Defenda-se Defenda-se contra 3 ataques. Aí, defendemos 3 vezes. Prove a Kurt que você sabe lutar. Eita, agora... Peraí, Kurt. Nossa, uma porrada dele é metade da vida, meu amigo. Aí não dá, né? Poção de cura. O que eu equipo essa poção de cura? L1. Ah, beleza, aqui ó. Eu coloco pra cima, aí. É que a gente tem que derrotar ele mesmo? Porque o tanto de vida que ele tira da gente, ó. Não parece que a gente deva derrotar ele, né? Eu acho praticamente impossível, ele tem 3 escudos. Nossa!
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Vamos treinar agora. Arma de fogo. Tá, a gente tem que equipar do mesmo jeito que a gente colocou a poção de cura, né? Equipar a arma de fogo. É um trabuco a arma. A nossa arma de ataque é um florete. E a arma de fogo é um trabucão. Tomei uma poção sem querer, cara. Só tem uma poção agora. A gente tinha 3, agora só tem uma. Bom, como é que eu equipo essa arma, mano? Pera aí. Ah, é aqui, ó. Técnicas. Ah, tem um menu de técnicas, né? Então, provavelmente... Toma! Provavelmente a gente vai conseguir aprender outras técnicas no decorrer da nossa jogatina. Nossa história aí. Toma, trabuco! Muito bom, cara, trabucão. Nossa, olha o tanto de defesa que o adversário pode ter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 escudos, meu amigo, pra quebrar, depois pra atacar ele. Caramba. Esses são fracos, só tem 2 escudos, né? Nossa arma de fogo, ela serve pra quebrar o escudo, pelo que eu tô vendo, né? Do adversário. Que é uma boa. Mas imagina o cara ter 6 escudos, galera. Toma. Fúria. L2. Vou botar uma bombinha aqui, ó. Uma armadilha. Uma trabucada. Use a fúria. Como é que eu uso essa fúria? Ative fúria. L2, cara. Não tá ativando. O que aconteceu? Acabou? Acabou. Nem usei a fúria.
We've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Mostra a ele como você está feliz que ele vá junto.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sardet are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Beleza, vamos se despedir da mamãe e depois a gente começa a nossa jornada aí, né? Nossa aventura. E aqui, ó. Doutor da peste aqui, ó.
What is this? Have you not been taught to
Nossa, olha como é que ela tá, cara.
asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry.
A doença atingiu praticamente toda ela, né? Até os olhos dela ficou cego.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal.
Ah, nossa missão é curar o povo, trazer uma cura, ó, pra essa doença.
Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
É isso, galera. Então, nosso objetivo é conseguir uma cura para as pessoas da nossa cidade, né? Olha o chapéuzinho. Eu acho estiloso esse tipo de chapéu, cara. Olha como é que tá a cidade, ó. A doença afetou ela totalmente, né?
It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Configuração de equipe. Ah, a gente pode adicionar o Kurt à equipe, ó. Ele é guerreiro, né? A gente não tem confiança com ele. Suspeito. Ó, também tem as habilidades dele, ó. A gente pode atribuir mais habilidades para ele à medida que ele vai upando, provavelmente.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for
Vamos
us?
falar com o embaixador.
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Nossa, a cidade tá devastada, ó. Caramba. Pobreza, doença, né? Acabou com a cidade, mano. É um símbolo ali de sol, não sei o que é aquilo. Praça dos Príncipes. Olha, pegando fogo aqui. Aqui em cima, ó. Em pensar que na Europa, na vida real, aconteceu isso, né? Com a peste negra, se eu não estou enganado.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sardet.
De Sardet.
I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the
então o cara tá vendendo o remédio falso na esperança de que as pessoas acreditem que é uma cura. Interessante.
My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Perguntar sobre, vamos ver aqui. Aliança erudita.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Relacionamento deles com... vamos ver esse último aqui.
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous.
Então, outra região, né? A gente vai para Serine. E essa é outra região que a gente provavelmente vai explorar, né? Legal.
But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language.
Povo
But you shall
primitivo.
discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
E faltou o relacionamento.
Understanding of the relations between the congregation
Congregação e aliança.
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
É isso, acabou, né? E embora.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sardet.
Aqui é Serine, essa região. Eu achei que Serine seria a região que a gente vai viajar,
Good
não.
day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
De frente.
Yes. I did indeed hear talk
Fungi.
that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that
Secundário.
your uncle tolerates the presence
Antes
of
da
all
gente vir partir,
pagans
então.
within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
Beleza. Vamos continuar nossa história aqui. Bom, já temos uma primeira missão secundária, né? Que é dar conta de uns refugiados aí, bandidos. Apresente-se ao Capitão Vasco. Olha o Vasco aí, galera. Foi de Vasco. Temos o Vasco, cara.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more.
Estiloso o Vasco. Todo tatuado.
Some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Bom. Vamos perguntar do Gourmet.
Did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
Deve ser uma secundária
It's been
também
2
esse
days since
Gourmet.
I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave.
Que é o Gourmet
But the day of
no
departure,
navio? É o
every
cozinheiro?
able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Beleza. Agora.
You haven't heard anything about my
Isso aqui,
cousin
ó.
by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Eita. Não contar muita coisa. Mano, vou falar pra ele aí.
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Teleme has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Interessante, ele deu uma pista pra gente aí sobre solucionar a missão, né? A gente tem que ser diplomático em vez de ser autoritário usando o nosso cargo, né?
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way.
Vamos pra taberna agora, em busca do nosso primo que encheu a cara e está desaparecido. O que é isso aqui? Essência, legal, ganhamos umas coisinhas aí. Aqui tem um negócio, ó. Usar a mesa de construção. Criação, na verdade. Complemento de missão. Ó, de várias formas diferentes a gente pode completar uma missão. Isso é interessante. A gente pode usar a persuasão em combate, né? Pra conseguir informação quando a pessoa não quiser ajudar. Deixa eu ver esse negócio aqui fora. Ah, aqui achei que era uma lojinha. Mesa de criação. Ah, aqui a gente faz as nossas armas, ó, galera. A gente cria as nossas armas, armaduras, acessórios. Por enquanto a gente não tem nenhuma arma nova. Só essa aqui, que é o que a gente tá usando, e um florete enferrujado aí que não vale a pena, né? Traje de viagem. Aqui a gente cria fórmula química, ó. Poções também. Isso é bom pra gente criar poção de cura, hein? A gente vai precisar em algum momento aí. Nosso equipamento level 18. 24 de armadura, beleza. 145. Aumenta 5 a mais, né? Esse florete do outro, né? Bom, vamos falar aqui com o taberneiro. E aí, senhor?
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Acabou mal.
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started
Ih, rapaz, ele que quebrou as coisas.
Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Metade da mobília? Caramba.
Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Beleza, a gente pode consertar ou pagar pelos danos causados aí. É. O que ele quebrou? Ah, ele quebrou isso aqui só. Isso aqui nem metade da mobília, meu camarada. É só uma mesa.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Alguns pinos de metal para consertar a mesa. É, mas ali eu não vi a opção de criar pino de metal. Não sei se agora já tem, né? O que é isso aqui? Opa, dinheiro! 14 moedinhas. Ah! Então eu posso conseguir as moedinhas para poder pagar os danos, cara. Interessante, hein? Melhor do que eu construir uns pinos aí de metal para poder consertar. Ó, 21 de 25 já a moedinha. E olha, eu tô usando as moedas do próprio taberneiro para pagar ele, os danos. Se isso não é stonks, eu não sei o que é não. Tô pagando ele com o dinheiro dele, cara. Bom, a gente conseguiu 21. É 25, faltam 4. Deve ter mais alguma moeda por aqui, não é possível. O que é isso aqui? 6 moedas de ouro, galera. Olha aí, já paga os danos da mesa aí do Costen. Mas aí, será que isso é roubo? Não, não deu roubo, beleza.
Locked.
Ó, trancado, ó. Habilidade level 1 de Kazua.
Locked.
Então em algum momento eu posso voltar aqui e usar a Gazua para abrir essa porta aí. O que será que tem atrás, hein? Será que o taberneiro tá escondendo alguma coisa? Aqui não abre. Aqui abre, né? É o quarto dele. Opa, tem mais coisa aqui para pegar. Carta de um alquimista de El Sunday. Mais coisa aqui, ó. Uma chave. Depósito. Opa, baú. Ah, nível 1 de Gazua, mano. Será que até o final da gente partir desse local aqui de Serine a gente consegue um pontinho de habilidade pra Gazua, hein? Aí eu já volto aqui e já faço aquela limpa. E a gente vai embora. Bom, conseguimos o dinheiro para pagar o taberneiro.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case, you need to pay me, sir.
Vou pagar.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians.
Ih, rapaz, ele se meteu com um bando de bandidos aí, ó.
Fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable.
Ih,
You
rapaz.
didn't hear that from me.
Deve
In
ter
any
sequestrado
case,
ele
if you're
então, hein?
set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow who could down his pint. Anything else?
E o cara ainda puxa o saco do nosso primo, né? Diz que ele quebrou tudo e agora tá dizendo, não, ele é bom de caneca, é um cara gente
How's
fina.
business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
Bom, é isso.
Farewell.
Vamos resgatar nosso primo que foi levado pelos caras, né? Os bandidos. Então. Bom, pessoal, mas isso vai ficar pro próximo capítulo. Então, meus queridos e minhas queridas, um ótimo sábado a vocês. Um excelente final de semana a todos vocês também. E já que estamos próximo do ano novo, pessoal, feliz ano novo a cada um de vocês, meus queridos. Muita paz, muita saúde, muita prosperidade a cada um de vocês. A gente se vê no próximo ano. Um grande abraço e fiquem com Deus, meus queridos e minhas queridas. Até a próxima. Valeu!